Hey Lesbian Central, it's Jess here and it's Tuesday and I'm filling in for Lauren. I'm sorry if this video is up a little bit late, but I just got out of class and it's really hard today to find an empty classroom on campus. We're being very efficient here for some reason and it's a surprise to me, but here we are. So we have two topics this week. The first is lesbian deathbed and the second is how to get through your first fight with your significant other. And I'm going to go ahead and take the second topic. Just as a disclaimer in general, I think that fighting is healthy and it's normal. I get more concerned about the friends who say, oh, I never fight with my boyfriend, I never fight with my girlfriend. I think that fighting shows a level of trust in a relationship. You're showing the person that, you want to talk to them and you want to have that communication. You want your relationship to go deeper. So you're showing them the good, bad, and the ugly. So too much fighting is bad, but a little bit, I think that it's helpful in a relationship. So I have 6 tips that I want to share with you guys, things that I have found useful and things that other people have found useful, and maybe you will too. Who knows? My first is know yourself. And what I mean by this is, are you the type of person who gets angry and then holds it in and it builds and builds and builds until it explodes? If you are that type of person, address things early on. Don't let them build. That way you'll have a more fruitful conversation at the end of it because you won't be exploding with anger. Or are you the type of person who gets angry but then lets it go immediately and too easily for you? If you're that type of person, address them as soon as they happen so that you remember what happened and you're still passionate about it and you don't keep letting it drag on and happen over and over. In either case, if you don't address these things, your girlfriend's not going to know what's irritating you or what she's doing wrong, and that's not going to be helpful for your relationship. My second tip is tone and body language. Don't come at someone being very critical and aggressive. That's not helpful. When someone comes at you like that, you get defensive. I do. I'm like, stop. Whenever anyone's like, da 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 da, you're doing this, da 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 da, I get like, oof. I'm like, back up the bus, sweetheart. Like, don't come at me. And that's not helpful. That's not going to get a good conversation going either. Don't yell. Don't be accusatory. Be calm. Have a discussion. Don't make ultimatums. Don't grab people by the balls, metaphorically speaking, and like try to twist them and make them do what you want. Don't be manipulative. Just have an open discussion is what you want. So tone and body language is pretty important. My third tip is use what's called the Oreo method, and that is essentially sandwiching in the negative. So it's like positive, negative, positive. So an example is, one thing I get really annoyed about is when people are incessantly texting when I'm with them, whether it's on a date or with my friends. I feel like I'm not being paid attention to, what we're doing isn't fun or meaningful for you, and it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel ignored. So to bring that up with someone, you might say something to the effect of, I really like it when we hang out, we have a lot of fun and we laugh and you're just so fun to be around, but when you text other people when you're with me, it makes me feel ignored and I don't like it. And I want things to be different because I like hanging out with you so much and I like talking to you. So that way you're sandwiching in the negative with the positive, and it makes people see that you're looking at the whole picture and you're not getting you're not pigeonholing yourself into one issue, or you're not being short-sighted, and you're able to see the strong suits and the negatives of someone. My fourth suggestion is pick your battles and don't be nitpicky. You have a girlfriend who has faults, just like you have faults. And trying to correct an entire relationship and fixing every little problem, expecting it to be perfect, is not going to happen. You need to accept your girlfriend and accept yourself, for that matter, for all the faults that you have. So pick the things that are important to you and discuss them, but don't pick every little thing and then expect your relationship to be perfect and wonderful. My fifth tip is, if you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to bring up criticisms to people and things that are bothering you, you need to let your girlfriend bring up those things to you too. And you need to be able to accept your part in the problem and accept blame and apologize for that too, just like you expect her to. It's recognizing that a relationship is a two-way street and that there's 2 people in it and it's not just one person's issue all the time is really important. And the sixth one, my sixth tip is the best of them all, which is fabulous makeup sex. It makes everything better. So that's it, guys. Those are my 6 tips. I hope you found them useful. I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys soon, though. Bye.